How you doing? I'm Brent from LiftsLaddersAndDocks.com. I'm going to show you something that doesn't probably apply to most of you, but if you do happen to have a permanent lift and you got a big seawall and no really easy way to get it out, even with the strips and the pipes, like you'll see in another video. If you do have that permanent lift that stays year round, I'm going to show you what we do with some of our lifts here. I've got key fob. We're going to actually float our lift right inside our permanent boat lift, strap it down, crank it up, and it stays right there for the winter. So again, it doesn't apply to a lot of you, our customers. A lot of you watching probably don't have a permanent lift, permanent pier. Most everything usually comes out, but some of these applications, it may help you. Our neighbor actually does this with a full-size other boat lift inside his even larger permanent lift. So he just uses a bunch of our strips, gets his whole 120-inch pontoon lift inside his permanent lift. So I've got our cradle going down right now. I'm going to show you with our foam strips. Which are sold in a set of 7. They're roughly 9 inches wide. Otherwise you can cut them yourself. They do cut quite easily with the chainsaw. You can use a handsaw just as well. It just takes quite a while. So I'm going to lower down our permanent lift. I've got just our standard Liftco jet ski lift here. I've got a motor on it, so guide, so it's a little tippier in the front corner. I'm going to just use 4 floats, maybe 5 here, just so I got a little extra clearance. It'll float with less, but I just want to make sure I clear over the cradle nice and easy because I do have these legs extended, so that way I don't get hung up while I'm out there. It gets about, depending on the time of year, anywhere from 5 to about 9 feet deep right there with the fluctuations we have here and our water level. So got that going down nicely. About to jump in and float this in. So the reason we like these strips for everything, including boat lifts and even the dock, you can bundle these with a ratchet strap or rope, so you can use them for your dock as well. Versus having that, they're so much more versatile in strips. You're able to do this on your own without actually lifting. So I'm just going to get out here, sink one at a time down underneath. Just by kind of surfing on it. Bend the one end up. Jam that under the cradle. Takes a little bit of practice to get used to surfing around on them. Sometimes it helps having somebody pushing on the back or controlling it if you're in deeper water like this. That even when I'm on it, it stays up for a little ways. So, right back up now. These can be very nice to adjust your legs as well in spring or summertime. Just by popping a few under if you're alone. Don't have somebody help hold it for you. Otherwise, it can be a little tedious versus just having a buddy lift them up since they are so light. Climb on the lift here. we got a motor on here, so we're tipping a little bit at that side. Just gonna lift and shove, balance that right out. That's why we like the strips. Dump them over. Make sure we're nice and stable before I get out in the deep water. Get myself in trouble. Give them a quick boost over, and drag the rest in. Up, retract them so that we didn't have that issue, but they ended up costing us a little more time anyway. So just getting the back bunks there as well. The back legs on the bunks. Up. Now I've got a remote here. And bring her on up. You can hear me, but again, normally I would retract those legs once it's floating just to get over this cradle easier. For the sake of the video time, I didn't want to do that, but ended up taking a little more time anyway because of that snag. But here we go. Alright, so it's real windy out here. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but just in case, maybe even a third time. As I mentioned, normally I would retract those legs once I do have it floating, going over the cradle, just because I didn't have them extended quite far. That's why I got hung up a little bit there, tiptoeing around, trying to not fall off the end of the bunks. Again, do what you're comfortable with, I guess. Use these all at your own risk, but it is an option for some of our customers who may have a permanent lift, you know, no way to get out of their slip because it's super far around, it's not practical. So use this at your own risk, but this is one way it can be done. And last step, I just get in there, ratchet strap it to the bunk so it can't shift around in the wind this winter. Those bunks are pretty slippery, as a lot of you probably know. The vinyl on those aluminum bunks is meant to slide, so just strap that down, make sure nothing happens. Good to go. Thanks for watching, as always. Brent from LiftsLaddersAndDocks. Take care.